Hello, my name is Katie St. Norris, certified financial planner and licensed tax consultant. And in this video, we're going to be doing walkthrough of TurboTax. Let's get going.
This video is for educational purposes and is not professional tax advice. We may earn a commission if you use our e-file or FreeTaxUSA links in the description.
First, let's go to Google and type in TurboTax. That will be the official website for the company. To see all pricing options, you will have to scroll to the bottom of the page. On the official web page, you will see you have two options. You can start full service, file on your own. If you don't have an account with Intuit, you'll have to go to upper right corner, click sign in and create an account. I already created my account. Once you sign in, you will see the following page. They will ask you multiple questions to help you decide which option would you like to choose. Tell us a bit about you and your taxes. This will help TurboTax make sure that your specific tax situation is covered. Say we have W-2, I pay rent, and continue. How comfortable do you feel doing your own taxes? Well, we'll say I'm comfortable doing it on my own. Continue. Based on your answer, this is the right pricing and level of help for you. As you see, do-it-yourself option, set 0 with asterisk, set state included. But to see if you qualify for free filing, you have to click here, see if you qualify. And it will give you additional details. Great, we'll file for free. And you will need to complete your personal information. I'll go to my computer screen and continue from there.
Let's get started. First, they will ask you about your personal information, your first name, last name, you might have middle initial, your date of birth, occupation, and of course your address. Phone number is optional, it's not mandatory, you can just skip it. Please double check your Social Security number and continue. They will want to know what state of residency you had on December 31st of the current year. So you will have to pick that state from the drop-down boxes. Please check all other additional questions underneath. Your status, so if you're single, married, and you have any children. They will double check and ask you again if you had income from any other states. In our case, we had no income from other states. We click no and continue. They will try throughout the process, get your phone number multiple times. You can just skip all that and move on. Don't worry about any of those additional questions. It will not prevent you from completing your tax return. They will ask you if you receive any money from your retirement plan during the year. That will be Form 1099-R. That's distributions from 401ks, IRAs, or pensions. Next, you will see a question like, did you receive any money from interest? So that's Form 1099-INT. They will ask you if you received any dividends from holding company stocks. We didn't. Also, they would like to know if you had any investment losses during the year. They will ask you if you had any business, your sole proprietor, any gig. Next, it will give you an option to enter your W-2. You can skip it for now or start working on it right away. You can pull your information. You put your employer ID number, check on your W-2. So you will be able to snap a picture, upload your W-2, or try reporting it. In our case, we'll just put it by hand. Let's pull up our W-2. They ask us about your employer ID number. Continue. Box C will be your employer name. It is US address. Control number. This is optional. You don't have to worry about it in this case. Continue. Now we'll include your earnings on your W-2. Box 1. Box 1 will show your total taxable income paid by your employer, including any wages, salary, tips, bonuses, and any other taxable compensation. It's all together. Box 2 will show the total amount of federal income taxes withheld by your employer on your behalf. That is $6,200 in our case. Box 3 is Social Security wages. Social Security tax withheld. Box 4. Box 5, Medicare wages and tips. I would like to mention the amounts in boxes 3 for Social Security wages and box 5 for Medicare wages and tips might be different from the amount shown in box 1 for your gross wages. And this often happens where you defer your income as with contributions to like 401k or other similar plans. Box 6 will be our Medicare tax. Less common items, and they are less common items, boxes 7 through 14. So box 7 will show how much you reported in tips, and box 8 will show how much money your employer allocated to you in tips. 10, if your employer provided or paid for dependent care benefits, you will have the amount in box 10. We don't have any. Box 11, non-qualified plans. If you received certain deferred compensation from your employer from non-qualified plans, you will have information in box 11. We don't have any. Boxes 12A through 12D. If you receive any other types of compensation or reductions to your taxable income, these all will be reported in box 12 series. They all will have certain codes. You will have single letter codes, double letter codes. We have letter D. That's elective deferral to 401k. And that was $1,500. If you need another one, add another box. And the second, we have DD, which is a cost of employer-sponsored health coverage. We have $870. If you have more boxes completed in box 12 series, you just add boxes. Box 13 has 3 different items in here. You have statutory employee retirement plan, third-party sick pay. In our example, we have retirement plan. In my experience, I don't see very many statutory employee boxes. Very often you will have retirement box checked in here. Next, box 14 and supplemental statement. If you have other tax information that does not fit into the other boxes on your W-2, your employer may use box 14 to report these items. You will have their items such as state disability insurance, taxes withheld, union dues, uniform payments, health insurance premiums deducted, and other items similar to that. We have California state disability insurance, and the amount is $560. You can click at another box 14 if you have more than one item in series of box 14. Next, state taxes. Those are boxes 15 through 17. If you live in the state without state income tax, these boxes will be empty for you. Otherwise, you will need to put employer state ID. Wages, in our example, it's the same amount. It could be the same amount as in box 1, or it could be different. If you move during the year, you might have 2 different states in your box 16 and 17 because your income will be allocated to 2 different states. Box 17 is your state income tax, and it's $1,600 in our case. Local taxes. That will be boxes 18 through 20. If they're empty on your W-2, like in our example, you just let it be, you move on, click continue. Let's double check your state and local taxes. They said that they noticed that boxes 15 and 20 are missing some info. Again, if your state doesn't have income tax, or if your W-2 doesn't have any numbers in the local taxes section, it's okay. Just leave it blank and move on. We missed state of California here. Good catch for the software. And continue. Let's check for uncommon situations. Non-standard W-2. So if it looks strange, handwritten, that will be the one box to check. W-2 was corrected. You didn't get a W-2. Unreported tips, paid family leave, non-qualified pension plans, not on your W-2, non-taxable Medicaid waiver payments, you worked outside of the United States, religious employment, employed by foreign government or international organizations, inmate or lived in halfway house, none of these apply to me. We click none of these apply to me and continue. So we have our summary for your W-2. You can jump to edit if you need to correct some information. You can also click on add another W-2 and add a second W-2 if you have one, or maybe third one. It will give you an option to look at your potential refund. So give you a taste of what's coming using standard deduction. Next, we click continue. You'll have an option to add additional income, like self-employment. That will be 1099 NSC, or unemployment, say 1099G. Any other sources of income, if you forgot to add them, you can always come back to it and add that information. Did you have investment income? That will be interest you receive from banks, dividends, sale of stocks, bonds, any crypto sales, or sales of, for example, land. We click yes. They will say, oh, did you have any crypto income or losses on 2025? We didn't. It will offer to connect to your financial institution. It will have a bunch of financial institutions that you can scroll down and pick the one you work with and just sync the information. Again, it will ask you the same information. Did you have interest, dividends, cryptocurrency, stocks, bonds, any other income? You can jump from that section, like, for example, we had 1099 INT and jump to input. You can connect your bank account information and sync it, upload it from your computer or your phone, and our option was just doing it manually. You look at your 1099 INT, you pull your payer's information. That will be your bank or maybe credit union. In box 1, you will have your interest income you received during the year. It is possible that you will have interest on any savings bonds or treasuries in the same statement. You put that information, click continue. They will ask you about non-standard situations. Like in some states, you don't have tax on interest. Like, for example, in New Jersey. Click continue. Did you cash any Series EE or I savings bonds? No. They will try to summarize your information, and you can add all your investments, additional investments that you have. Again, the summary list that you can review the information you already included, and any information that you might still have to include, like 1099R, for example. You can jump directly to the input and include the information. It will ask you if you had control over foreign bank accounts or assets, if you need to report any disaster distributions taken between specific years. Again, it will ask you about any crypto transactions, sales on NFTs, or any digital assets. Say no, continue, and then they will ask you if you would like to find any tax breaks, like additional deductions. You can use the drop-down box and see, like, child tax credit, for example. We can maximize your refund with deductions. They're talking about additional itemized deductions. You can continue with standard or click help me decide, and it will get you through the questionnaire process. We're going with the standard deduction. But still, it will ask you, let's find any tax breaks. Do you have any college university expenses? Do you want to qualify for additional deductions? Do you have health savings account? Did you make any payments on your student loans? Did you use money from qualified educational programs? Then they will check if you have any 1095A. That's health insurance marketplace. We'll say no, we had health insurance from our employer. We already included that information in your W-2. And then it will give you a summary for tax breaks. Again, you can type in like word medical, and it will give you options like HSA account or medical expenses. They said they increased our refund as much as possible. So they checked for all deductions and gave us the best refund. They will ask you again for any uncommon situations like live-in nanny, household employees. If you apply refund, for example, for your estimated taxes. Everything looks good. Now let's keep going. It will try to verify and check your accuracy. Said that everything looks good. And it will tell you have some items to fix. They will explain how do they actually come up with the refund of $1,563. So it will go through your income, your standard deduction. It could be itemized in your case. You will see the summary below. Pretty much your state taxes already been worked on because we included the state information. In your case, you might have state taxes, you may not. It depends personally on your case. I'm not going to go in the state details.
Just 3 more steps and we'll file your tax returns. Review your order, your refund information, get ready to save and file your tax returns. Okay, that's our total refunds. It will show you what you'll get with TurboTax Free Edition, also for California return. And it's a total 2 items, free plus applicable sales tax. You can add additional services like Will Builder for $39. Billing information, terms and conditions, place order. Your order is complete. Continue. Get your refund up to 5 days early when you deposit your refund into a checking account with Credit Karma Money. If you're interested, you can choose that option. One more step. Let's get ready to file. You will have 2 options. You will have file by mail. You will be able to download your tax return and mail it. Or the second option, you can e-file. I highly recommend e-filing because it's quick, easy, and you'll get your refund faster. If you would like to do it the old-fashioned way and file by mail, you basically download your tax return and mail it. That's it. That's the end of our tutorial walkthrough. Thank you for staying to the end, and happy tax season.